All right, well, I guess I don't have the tactical quiz intro anymore. So there's the intro to the tactical quiz. Bang. So welcome everybody to our daily gun show. Come to you live every weeknight at midnight Eastern, and we talk about guns. And on Wednesdays we do the tactical quiz. So we've got a robot generated quiz tonight. Got a bunch of links out there. Let's see if anybody else joins. But right now we've got Baron joining us from Washington. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for the link.
Put it out there in Gilded, so you can jump in if you're on one of our Gilded people. If you're on the list of many people I emailed, you can jump in. So I'm guessing you want to beat the computer. You're trying to play against the computer here tonight.
Assuming you can beat the computer.
Well,
did the computer give you answers or just questions?
Oh no, I got the answers, and that'll be the thing, is trying to get to the same answer as the computer. But I'm thinking if nobody else shows up, then you might just end up being my co-host, and we'll let people at home play. We do got Lockjaw joining. Good evening, and Roy is out there. Not sure if they'll be able to participate, if they're able to get to a keyboard and play. Chris is saying he had to turn the volume down because of the audio. Huh? That's, you can thank Foss for that. He made that audio for that commercial for me. It's more like the beginning of 1970s action television show, really. All right, well, we got about 5 minutes here. I guess we'll go to the 10-minute mark. My co-host is sleeping, so what's happening in Washington? It's pretty much over. Everything's back to normal now. Pretty much everybody's kind of just over with that whole thing.
Well, let's see. The assault weapon ban, is that what you mean? All the gun laws?
Yeah, that's
looking at
whatever that stuff is.
Yeah, I mean, they're moving forward. They passed the House or the Senate, and now they're in the other, going through the process. We're going to have people doing testimony soon, and hopefully they listen to us, and we'll see what happens.
And I think it's interesting that the other side, I don't know if this was coordinated or coincidental, but they got a lot of states that are getting wailed on right now. So are you able to pay any attention to those other states that are having issues?
Yeah, I'm mainly paying attention to the 9th because that's where I live. So that affects me the most. Like what's going to happen in California, if that gets sent up to the 9th, could save our butt in Washington too.
So you're talking about
yeah, it's been pretty crazy.
You're talking about the immediate stuff in California? Or just
no, I mean like they're currently fighting gun laws that are on the books, like the gun roster, their assault weapon ban, their mag ban, that type of stuff. And then in states like Washington, Oregon, they're trying to push through new shit. So it's kind of a race to see if we can overturn California shit before they put in stuff in other states in the 9th. So it's pretty interesting.
It is, and I don't know how many people are paying attention, but that you mentioned the paying attention to the circuit. You know, it's been more of a thing lately than in past years for sure, where people are paying attention to what the circuits are doing. And it seems like if you think about it, each of these attacks that are happening right now are happening in different circuits. And pretty difficult to keep track of what's happening in another state when you're getting clobbered. So real challenge for the people that may not be next to the hole in the boat when there's a bunch of different holes in the boat. You got different people bailing. It's not as though one hole is going to sink us faster than the other, right? They're all lake and water. Roy is saying that Miller versus Bonta, I guess, should have a decision in the next week or so. So I haven't been paying attention. So is there a way to summarize what's happening in California then?
Yeah, Miller versus Bonta is um, their challenge of the assault weapon ban, and it's gone to Benitez, I think is his name. He's the guy that overturned it last time for Freedom Week when they got the mags for a week, and then it went up to the 9th and they got rid of it. So hopefully he'll overturn it, and if Newsom is dumb enough, he'll appeal it up to the 9th, and then they'll overturn it, and it will free everyone in the 9th. If they don't appeal it, it just does California, which is still good. I mean, California's been getting screwed over for what, 25 years? Easily.
Well, I said we would go with about 10 minutes with being boring Second Amendment stuff, and then we'll start doing the quiz here. So the quiz is going to start in about 20 seconds. Doesn't look like anybody else is going to join, and that's frustrating. So I sent out that link to a bunch of people and people in the Patreon, or wait, what's it called? The
Gilded?
Gilded can click on the link right there.
Well, I think if no one joins, that means I automatically lose, right? Because I can't win against myself.
No, you're trying to win against the computer. So basically, it's just going to be how much you get pummeled by the computer. So everybody's going to just watch this, I guess, happen. So, so you already bought stuff from our store, and I was going to do a free patch Friday thing. I was going to talk to you anyway at the other show that you host with Foss, who didn't join in tonight, called the Mouse Party, I believe is what they name it. That's what it's known on the streets as. So I was going to ask you in there about if it's cool to do some kind of free patch Friday thing on Friday, if you'll be around, or we could possibly do it in this show since you're sitting here and nobody else is showing up. But what I was going to suggest is what we'll do is there's 12 questions, and since nobody else is got the cojones enough to join in and challenge the AI, what we'll do is we'll put a free patch in here for every question you get correct. Here's the deal.
Ooh.
I asked the AI to give me 12-question quiz with answers about interesting guns from U.S. history. And you got to be accurate. You have to be accurate to what the computer says, not to what you think it is, or not to what the world thinks it is, maybe.
Not but even what reality is.
How do you know what the reality is isn't what the AI says reality is?
Exactly.
Right? So we're just going to go with what the reality of what the AI says and how close you are to that. Now, here's the deal. There's people out there watching and listening right now, and possibly in the future. So if you're listening to this as a podcast, then I'll go slow enough that will this won't be like a lightning round. Won't be like listening to rapid fire radio on Tuesdays with Cape Gunworks, where there's so many questions that you hear the answers almost immediately. This will be slower, so you'll have a chance to think of your answers, and then I guess Baron's the only one playing since nobody else is jumping in. But there's lots of people out there with links, and we'll see if anybody else joins in. So essentially, we've got one patch up for grabs for each correct answer, possible 12 extra free Patch Friday patches on the line here. All right, are you ready? You need any kind of warm-up or any kind of prep here? It's open book. Use the internet.
Do you give me the answer if I get it wrong? So, like, am I going to get an idea of what type of AI answers I'm getting, or am I just going to get wrong?
No, yeah, I'll give you I guess what we'll do is we'll, if we get two answers from the people out there listening, then I'll answer it. Otherwise, I don't want to ruin these questions because the AI can only ask so many questions before it runs out of electrons. So
I didn't know if, like, maybe the AI answer is like butterscotch or something. It's like
they're all right. They're all 100%
okay.
Right. It's just that if you say a 38 special blah 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 Smith and Wesson 4-inch barrel, and the answer is a revolver from Smith and Wesson, you're wrong because you didn't say. You know what I'm saying? Like it's, or maybe that's a bad example. But if you said something super specific and the computer said didn't need to be that specific, or vice versa, that's where the fun comes in.
Well, if I get one answer right, I'll be happy.
All right. Well, you're setting a low bar there. Let's go through and say hey to everybody who's out there again. We got Baron who's in here playing, the only person who's willing to play today against the AIs. This is a lot like when the first humans played against the first computers when they were playing checkers or whatever, except this is a lot more at risk, a lot more on the line. Then we got Lockjaw out there. Good evening. Roy, been sitting here since the beginning. Welcome. Chris, also out there since the beginning. Bionic something snagged me an NAA ported Magnum. It's all right. Here's what you got to be careful for: a twig or some kind of a branch falling into those ports, and you're in real trouble. So just be careful about that. G23, and that's everybody. So here we go. You are allowed to get answers from the audience since it's open to internet.
Okay.
The first question is, what was the name of the rifle used by American frontiersman Daniel Boone?
Would it be a Kentucky long rifle?
Answer is the Kentucky long rifle. Well done. So we'll put a star on that one because that's an answer that is correct. All right, so this will go pretty quick. Nobody else is jumping in, so
See, that was tricky. Could have just been Kentucky rifle. You never know.
well, that would have been close enough. But if he would have said something like the Pennsylvania rifle, then it would have been right.
I almost said that.
All right, so the next one is, what type of gun was used in the famous duel between Hamilton and Burr? Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr.
Dueling pistol?
When I put the answers out there somewhere?
No.
So that one is dueling pistol. So, well, I guess well done on that.
I am an evil robot, so.
Essentially stealing patches from me at this point. So I feel like the robots are in this against me and figure out what's going on here. So nobody else is playing. So essentially Baron's just scooping them up. Everybody else out there basically just left patches on the table. All right, next up is, what is the nickname of the M1 Garand rifle used by soldiers in World War II?
The Garand.
Of the M1 Garand rifle used by soldiers in World War II. What? That's your answer?
Yeah, I guess it's wrong, but yeah, the Garand.
You think that the robot AI even knows how to pronounce it, let alone cares how humans pronounce it? The real answer was the rifle that won the war. Similar to, I guess, the right arm of the free world or something. I've never heard it said that.
Oh, I got you. I thought it was asking the nickname during World War II.
Well, they probably said that because they knew it was coming. All right, so then the next one, you got two now, so you missed one.
Mm-hmm.
So the next one is, what is the name of the iconic rifle used by soldiers on both sides of the American Civil War?
Ooh.
They were all going to be easy.
It's a Springfield.
You thought you were just going to.
Is it
just lagging behind?
60?
You got to look and make sure that it says a little red thing next to your live down there. Otherwise, you're behind. I guess these questions are too hard for.
Yeah, I don't know the year. It's a Springfield rifle.
Rifle used by soldiers on both sides of the American Civil War. You're saying Springfield rifle?
Sure.
Not close enough for the internet. The computer says Springfield model 1861.
Damn.
Ozzy was saying Sharps, and Jacobs was saying Brown Bess. Brown Bess was pretty much England's rifle, right? So,
American Revolution.
We used them, but it wasn't the main thing. But I mean, technically, they were probably used, but it wasn't the iconic rifle. And then G23 got it wrong by a year, so nope. Let's see. So let's see. The next one is going to be another one from the computer. And the question is, what is the name of the pistol used? I have to speak slow because we got like an hour and a half before your show starts. What is the name of the pistol used by Wild West outlaw Jesse James?
Schofield revolver.
What? So that's your final answer? I'm going to give a minute here for other people to answer.
I mean, it might have been like a Smith and Wesson Model 3. I don't know.
At first,
going
I
with
thought I was
Schofield.
going to just be handing out 12 patches, like some kind of cohort collaboration between Baron and the robots. But now I feel pretty comfortable. I'm only going to have to give away 2 patches. Is anybody else going to answer this one? So you're saying your answer is what the robot says is what now?
Schofield revolver.
Here's what the robot says. Answer: nobody's right. Colt 45 revolver. So why don't y'all figure out what's up. I don't know if that one's actually right, but it kind of is, you know what I mean? But it's also a weird way of saying it. Here's the thing. Do we sit down and have a conversation with the robot AI and say, look, buddy, that's one way of accurately saying it. However, it's a dumbass way of saying it because it's super confusing with an ACP, which, or I guess, well, Colt 45 revolver, but still, it gets,
I'm guessing it's right.
weird way of saying it. I think it is
It was
right.
probably a revolver in 45 Colt, but I don't think it was a Colt revolver.
Let's see. So the next one, Ray is saying these are tough. The next one is, what is the name of the revolver that won the Wild West reputation for reliability? What is the name of the revolver that won the Wild West reputation for reliability?
Now I'm trying to think of the way the AI is going to word this. Because I would say it's the Colt 1873 revolver, but it might call it the Peacemaker or the Colt 45 revolver. I don't know. I'm going with 1873 Colt.
Well, here's the deal. If Roy was in here, or Jacob was in here, or Nick was in here, or Baron was in here, then I'd be giving out a bunch of patches. Right now, I only got to give away 1 patch. So the robot said, the Colt Single Action Army, also known as the Peacemaker. So there you go. G23 also has a link. Could have been in here, harvesting patches. He hates patches. Next question from the robot. What is the name of the rifle used by Annie Oakley in her famous shooting demonstrations?
Ooh.
What's the name of the rifle used by Annie Oakley in her famous shooting demonstrations? You know, the guy invented a movie camera, and he made the first movie of some horse galloping. And then they made another movie, and then 9 movies later, they made the 11th movie, and Annie Oakley was in it shooting guns. So the 11th movie ever made by the dude that invented the movie camera was Annie Oakley shooting guns. So people that act like guns and movies and videos ain't, and gun videos ain't a thing, should step aside and learn history. But
yeah, I got no idea. I think it was a 22, but I don't know the model. So I'm just going to say 1873 Winchester.
Okay. Wrong. Marlin, model 1895, obviously. Come on.
Damn.
All right. So here's the question that, you might get, you might not get it. You might overthink it. You might underthink it. You never know how people are going to think about this one. So here's the question. I don't know what number it is because I copied and pasted it into a thing where I don't have the numbers here. So let me go over here and see just what number is this. It's number 8 out of 12. 8 out of 12. Question is from the robot. What is the name of the first machine gun used by the U.S. military? What's the name of the first machine gun used by the U.S. military? Not by some other military, but by our U.S. military.
Can I ask a question about the answer?
I guess.
Is it actually a machine gun or is it a Gatling gun?
So what do you think out there? Is that an answer? Is that a question? Is that a legit question? Is that a cheating question?
I'm just wondering if the AI got it right.
So we got Bionic saying the bar, 1918. Then Jacob saying the Lewis. DJ saying the Maxim.
Could be the Vickers.
U.S. military, keep in mind. I think it should be the potato gun. But the accurate answer is what the robot says, and DJ also has a link by anyway, he doesn't know jumping here because he hates gun. The Gatling gun.
Oh.
So I guess technically that was an answer. I guess it's another free patch. So we got I put this in wrong. So I think you're so good. So let's find out if Baron will get this one, or if anybody in the audience will get this one. I don't think anybody got Gatling gun. This is an answer, a question from the robot brain. What is the name of the pistol used by U.S. Navy SEALs in the Vietnam War? What is the name of the pistol used by U.S. Navy SEALs in the Vietnam War? This is question number 9. These questions are in the description of the video, so if anybody wants to use this, you'll have the answers by listening, and then you can use the quiz in the description, or we have tacticalquiz.com, where we've been posting this kind of stuff every week for the last 124 years. Got an answer?
Well, I would assume it was a 1911.
DJ says the Hush Puppy. Munson agrees with you and says 1911, which could just be a random year, but gun people know that's a gun. And then
is it the Hush Puppy ammo?
Hush Puppy? No, that's a gun that was used to do things for centuries that, like guards that you didn't want to be alerting a whole bunch of people about when you were putting them to sleep. And then there was also a version of it that you used for doing things that we say that one video game did. Anyway, so you're going with 1911?
Yeah.
In fact, the answer from the robot, which is the correct answer, is, and if Bob was in here, he'd be laughing and calling you all out for not knowing that it was in fact the Browning High Power.
No shit.
All time. I don't know, but that's what the internet, or that's what the robot said. So, internet said it, robot believed it. This isn't right or wrong. This is the new right.
I believe it could be true. I just surprised. I would have figured they would wanted a silence gun, but maybe they're going for capacity.
You're all believing what the robot told you. I didn't say this is right or wrong. This is just what the robot told you the new right is. So we're not making history here. We're just repeating what the robot said probably history could have been. So the next question is, the actual fact is, what the question is what is the name of the rifle used by U.S. troops during the Korean War? It's a different war than the Vietnam War and a different war than the World War II.
M1 Garand rifle.
What is the name of the rifle used by the U.S. troops during the Korean War? You're going to go with the Garand, not the Garand?
Mm-hmm. No, I'm sticking with my answer.
Mississippi Carbine, M1 or Mississippi Thunder. See, I said Mississippi Carbine. So M1 Carbine from Mississippi, R4 Mississippi Thunder. There we go. Jacob, M1 Carbine. Bionic, M1 Carbine. And
wouldn't it have been an M2 carbine by then?
Oh, come on. Do you think they issued M2s? Come on. Let's not be fantasy internet lives here. Let's be real life. G23 saying M14. Roy saying M14. And I don't know what else DJ saying. Something robots or whatever. Here's the real answer from the robots. Oh, I already put it in there. The carbine.
No shit.
Yep. This is essentially what enough people have said on the internet to tell the robot that that's what it thinks, and that's the future. That's what the internet is. The what we're saying is what it is. So
We
eventually,
should ask the AI if the M1 ping got troops killed. I want to. I want to see what it says.
oh, I don't ask it questions like that.
Okay.
I mean, you can on your account, but I don't ask it questions like that. It's listening to you and it knows what you're saying. So I don't want to teach my AI weird ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like off topic, because I do business on mine. It's all business.
Oh, gotcha.
So I ask it stuff like questions about like a 12 question quiz with answers about interesting guns from U.S. history. But I just don't want it to be giving me um, alt history stuff or something like that. Like I don't want it to be thinking fiction. I don't know if it does that, but that's why I figure I'm going to get another one if I'm just going to ask it random questions. Although I guess I've asked it some random questions. But I'm
Make a
learning.
giant FUD AI.
It is a FUD. That's the problem. So
Exactly.
I'm teaching it stuff, and I don't want it to have any. I'm trying to teach it stuff, or I'm trying to get it to listen to me, so or whatever. I don't know if that thing is. I'm assuming it's. That's all. So, yeah, would have got a patch if you were in here. Next up is what is the name of the iconic sniper rifle used by U.S. Navy SEALs and U.S. Army Special Forces?
What is the name of the iconic sniper rifle? When? Now?
That's none of your business. It says,
Yeah.
what is the name of the iconic sniper rifle used by U.S. Navy SEALs and U.S. Army Special Forces? Well, you can tell that there's hardly ever a time when those two specific units are ever using the same one amongst themselves, let alone with each other. So you probably could go back to when they might have been using the same one.
M70.
M70. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Is that a gun? M70.
Thought it was.
I thought it was a rocket launcher, a grenade launcher or something.
SR-25. I don't know.
Oh, a Winchester M70?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Let's see what we got out there as far as people answering it. Bionic saying M24. Jacob saying Remington 700. DJ is not a fan of the robot, saying M4. G23 is saying the Barrett M1A82. And then the M70 is Winchester. Thanks. And then the answer, however, is, which y'all should have known, is the Macmillan TAC 50.
Never would have got that.
No, of course not. But you're not as smart as an AI robot, so what are you going to do? Next up is the last one. This isn't what's right or wrong, it's what's the new right based on the AI robots version of what all the new things are going to be made, because we're all asking the AI robot how to make everything new. So what is the name of the submachine gun used by U.S. troops during World War II and the Vietnam War? The name of the submachine gun used by U.S. troops during World War II and the Vietnam War.
It could be a couple answers. Could be the Thompson submachine gun. Could be the grease gun. I'm going to go with the Thompson.
And anybody else saying anything else besides that out here? Let's see. So Bionic, Thompson, G23 is saying grease gun. Roy is saying M3A1. Is that a grease gun? Jacob saying a Thompson. Two Live Moo is saying the Chicago typewriter, which is a gangster way of saying Thompson. And then DJ is saying Thompson also. So the answer, according to the robot, which is the new correct, is the Thompson submachine gun, also known as Tommy gun. So that's 6 correct answers if I'm doing this correctly, if I'm understanding this correctly. 6 correct answers. Baron grabbed 6 new free patches off of the panel in this half an hour quiz. So pretty decent rate of a patch every 5 minutes.
Way better than I thought I was going to do.
All right, so
I thought the answer was going to be M1 carbine on the last one, just to fuck with me.
so this is a speed round, and this will be, let's see, we'll just do we have a 30-second deal? I might be able to get
It's
a
like a
30-second
timer.
deal on my phone or something. I'm going to see if I can get a thing on my phone. I think I have a clock on this phone. And then timer, or no, I can just do stopwatch, right? And then set it for, or no, timer, set the timer for 30 seconds. All right, no, we're going to set the timer for 21 seconds. And then how do I know what the thing is going to sound like? I guess I have to wait. Oh, wait, what the hell? Shouldn't have done that. How do I change this again? Change this to 21 seconds.
I asked the AI if a shotgun was good for home defense, and it told me yes, and you can use birdshot, so it won't go through walls.
Really?
Yeah, the AI really did that.
Are you paying for AI or are you using free AI?
Using the free one.
I don't know if it makes a difference or not. I think it's the same AI brain. So this is what it'll sound like. Okay, I think you can hear that.
The difference is I'd want my money back.
Well, because that's a weird question to ask it. When you know how AI works, then you know you can't ask it kind of questions like that so much, or at least you're not going to expect kind of answer when you ask. It's not like it's brainiac. It's like a calculator. You know, the only words you're going to get out of it is boobalus and a couple others. All right, so we're going to do a lightning round. Actually, I'm going to change this already because that's 21 seconds. That's way too long. How do I go back and change this to 7 seconds?
Ooh.
7 seconds is all you get for these questions. And as soon as I let this thing run out the first time, okay. All right, the first one is I'm going to name the iconic movie gun, and then you got to come up with the movie. Here's the deal.
Okay.
You get one guess.
Okay.
M41A pulse rifle.
Aliens.
All right, so how do I reset this? Damn it. Are you kidding me? I have to do this every time? This makes no sense. What did I say, 7 seconds or 6 seconds? We'll do 7 seconds. How do I make this thing just start over? Oh, please. You won't start over? Stupid. Now I have to start the whole freaking thing over again? All right, I have the worst timer I think ever made. Making me fucking do it every time. It's stupid. All right, I'm not doing this anymore. Seriously, All right, that's the end. They ruined it. My horrible timer ruined it. It's ridiculous, making me reset the whole freaking thing for each one. I'm not counting out loud to 7. It's kind of punk. So nobody else is in here, so we have to just leave it at that. So what'd you win? You won 6 patches?
Yep.
Damn. All right, so I guess we'll wrap it up. That was a 37-minute show. Maybe if I were to send out the links more than a few moments before the show starts, we'd get better or more people jumping in, and then the thing might last a little bit longer. But with that, we pretty much harvested patches from the robot, and yeah, I don't have anything set up here to grab them right now, but on Friday or something, I'll have something so you can grab an additional 6 more patches from the pile.
Yeah, we'll do that. This was pretty fun. The AI comes up with the weirdest answers sometimes.
Yeah, I'll come up with better ways to ask it things, and we'll get more precise answers, or at least ones that'll make more, get more within like a range or whatever. DJ's asking a weird question. I don't know why I'd want to do that, but I would not recommend it. It's not gonna
Yeah, that seems like a good way to get sprayed.
Yeah, it's being looking for one of the banana mag patches. Those are from Palmetto. I wish I would have got a bunch of those. I ended up getting a bunch of AK patches. There was a year when you could get a whole bunch of the banana ones, but I never got them. Yeah, exactly. Skunks are cool little dudes. They're kind of like a raccoon mixed with a monkey. Like, they're pretty neat. You ever know anybody with a pet skunk?
No, never.
They take out their stink thing, and then they're just like kind of like a monkey mixed with a cat. They're a lot of fun.
Oh, no kidding. That's cool.
Yeah, they're neat. They're kind of like a cooler raccoon. I mean, they're still wild, I guess, technically, but with the one I knew, it's just like a big I don't know. It's kind of like a cat because it didn't care, but it was a bit more like a dog because it would listen and it could figure stuff out. Like a raccoon, like you could give it a jar or something and it would figure out how to open it and eat its own peanut butter. No cat or dog is going to ever do that.
Yeah, they're the reason I don't ever want to have a dog door again.
Oh, yeah.
Came in a dog door in the garage, sprayed everywhere. That shit stunk for so long.
Got shot a big spider with a pellet gun. Gotta make a mess. I wouldn't mind having one of them salt things for the spiders out here. For just the annoying ones that get in the plants and stuff. Problem is that I wouldn't want to shoot salt all around my plants. So if I could get that salt gun and put like gravel in it.
Sugar.
No, sugar's probably a little better, but
they'll get ants.
That's true. But I was just thinking it's not that much better. It's just a little bit of energy, but it's not necessarily what the plants need. But if I put in like slow fertilizer or something and that would fit in there and work, then that'd be ideal. Some kind of a just fertilizer that's the right consistency of sugar or salt. All right. Do you know what's going on? Oh, I guess is there a thing tonight? I need to link to it over here. Do you know
I got it.
Topic?
No topic tonight. Just
Oh, I guess there is no topic for this show technically.
Oops.
Wait, is there? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It's hanging way down here. I totally missed a bunch of stuff, but I got the sewing machine going. So
nice.
As we were speaking here today, it either was in there breaking or working. So let's see, redirect. So I'm going to connect this to the video, and when this ends, everybody's going to be suggested to go over and check out that show. What do we got? About a half an hour before it starts still?
Yeah.
All right.
28 minutes.
I guess we're going to end it, and I'll go back to sewing. But sorry for starting this one late. I was sewing, so I didn't even think about I keep forgetting that the show starts at 9 for me now, which is weird, and it's annoying because I'm used to it starting at 10. So I had to jump in here and start everything up, and evidently didn't get a bunch of people in here. But the goal is to start doing the tactical quizzes again, and it's good that you got to win a bunch of stuff because I had a bunch of questions to ask you about. Let's see. According to this, you've got 5 free patches already waiting for you. From now, I'm about to add 6 more from tactical quiz. The good news is that since you don't mind waiting and you're being patient, I appreciate that. There'll be potentially some stuff coming out of the printer. or a sewing machine, whatever you want to call it.
Ooh, sweet.
Depending, you grab something from the thing anyway, from when it was the Indiegogo.
Yeah, I did the $50 first run of patches thing.
I think what I'm going to do, since I didn't get the big one, and it's not. I wasn't sure, when I was kind of setting that thing up to anticipate being able to do 10 at a time or something. So now
Mhm.
it's more like I can do 3 or 4 at a time, depending on how big they are, kind of thing. So I might do. Well, actually, I never thought about doing a bunch of little ones. I could probably set it up to do a whole bunch of little ones. But essentially, I need to go over once I'm sewing and I got the thing set up and it seems like it's doing okay. Like literally, you get the thing, it's in a box with a bunch of foam and stuff. You take it out, and it gets shipped in the box. Like, so it, if it got dropped or whatever, it's gonna be broke. It's not like it was at a store and I could just take it back to the store and there's 6 of them over there.
Yeah.
So, you get it and it's in the big foam stuff, then it's in the box and everything. And I took it all apart, plugged it all together, plugged it all, or it's 2 big pieces. You plug them, take the tape off of everything, since it's a thing with a bunch of moving parts. There's like pieces of pretty substantial tape, like holding everything together with some foam and stuff, so that in shipping it doesn't all get uncalibrated or something. But essentially, just threaded it, turned it on, shoved in this design that I already had, and it just immediately started printing good. So knock on wood, knock on better wood or some good wood. Shit, that's all I have to wood. Then it's doing pretty decent. So see, we got to
I'm
go.
excited to see what you pump out.
It's got a color screen. So the last one had a black and white screen. So you would make a design, and let's say it's blue and red and yellow and blue or something, whatever it is. And then you go over to the thing and it's black and white. So, or it's actually like a shitty Game Boy. So it's like pixelated shit, black and yellow or whatever it is.
It's gray
So,
and darker gray.
yeah, it's like just shitty Tetris looking thing on a Game Boy screen, like the old Game Boy, first one. So this one's like a nicer color Game Boy or whatever. So you open up a thing and you can see the color of thread, which is crazy. So before, if it was, like the Wolverine guy, and then it was the outline, like, good luck trying to figure out from the Game Boy screen if you're looking at the outline or if you're looking at the fill. And if you remembered from whenever you created the thing, maybe you remembered, but when you make more than 10, you don't remember every layer anymore. So anyway, with this, I'm hoping that I'll be able to kind of tag these things and make it, I don't know, I'm getting into the weeds here, but it's the color screen already looks like it's going to be a massive time saver for like a complicated design that's got 3 or 4 colors that used to just screw me up. I'd get, let's say a patch was going to take a couple hours to print or whatever, so, and you get way into it and then print the wrong color, and it's like shit. And especially if you walked away from it and it printed for a while the wrong color, then it's like, all right, I just have a bad one. Like, okay, I got another blemish one or something. But sometimes I would just let it print. Other times I would just pull the thing out. But hopefully this will eliminate that issue, which doesn't happen all that often, but it should allow me to do some more intricate stuff. So anyway, I guess what I was saying is, since there's not a way to just do 12 at a time for the people, I'm thinking I'm just going to do like batches and then let people pick, so that nobody has to get something they don't want. And they'll be like kind of like a pizza buffet, like, hey, I'm going to throw out a bunch of stuff. It might not be exactly what you want, but at least you're able to choose from like 4 things. If not, wait a minute, and then I'll be able to ask you, hey, what is it you're looking for, and then I'll just make 3 of them or something.
That's a cool idea.
Hopefully. And then, I'm pretty sure most of the people that were doing it weren't like, I just need a patch right away. Like, I need my patch. I'll go over there more, interested in getting something that they're interested in than getting it sooner than later. But it'll also see how, I don't know how long I'll be able to, or how many I'll be able to make here. Now that it's not falling, it's like, I don't know, like anything. When the thing was old, it was like, bum, 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 and it would rattle all around and pieces were jumping all around, and the thing would throw a needle every once in a while. And this thing is all tight and solid, so I don't know if they are just made better or if it's just that much of a like a drastic difference between the thing with, like, I don't know how many screws missing. I was going around picking everything up, and there was probably I'm not even lying, 6 screws just laying underneath of it, that had rattled loose over the years. And I didn't unscrew them. Like, they just came out of somewhere. So that thing was getting sloppy and old, and the set screws were falling out, or else I don't know, shroud screws. I don't know what the hell they were. And this thing's got a few more lights, so I'm not sure. It'll be an interesting series of videos trying to go through and discover what else different about it. But anyway, like I said, let's see how fast I can get stuff. I keep saying printed, but you know what I'm saying. How fast I can get stuff made here now that I'm up and running. Anyway, that just barely happened this afternoon. So I guess now that I've said all that, I'm going to go ahead and close it down. We'll be back in about 25-ish minutes, 22 and a half minutes for the overnight. No, for the mouse party. Wait, there is an overnight this week too, though.
Yep.
You know how many brackets we're going to have this week?
We're going to do worst co-host brackets this week. I'll be included in that.
You got this guy. He pooped inside the house. It rained today, so of course he had to poop inside the house. He doesn't like pooping outside when it's raining. Can't poop outside when you're going to melt. Right. Well, with that, we'll wrap this one up. Oh, do you got anything to plug?
No, I got nothing.
All right. Well, thanks again for jumping in and having the cojones to battle the AI and win. How many were there?
I'd say we called a draw. It was 6 lost, 6-1.
Slaughtered by 6 of them, and you outmaneuvered the AI with 6 of them. So well played. And we'll see next time we have a tactical quiz. Maybe somebody will settle the score.